Detective John Booth received a phone call out of the blue.
I was a homicide detective for Palm Springs Police Department. About 7:30 in the morning, I get a phone call that says there's some detectives from Chicago who have arrested a man who's committed some murders there.
The bodies of 3 women who turned up floating in the water near Chicago.
But see, like I'm telling you, I've never been arrested for anything violent. Just normally weird traffic violations like normal people, right? And even then, right, they're questionable things, right? Like I said, right? But maybe someone's trying to overstep their bounds and I'm having to call on God to save me from their crazy ass and they won't listen. I don't know. I don't know. But God also don't like it when you entrap people like with Jesus. That's part of why he was raised from the dead. He didn't really do nothing wrong. You gotta understand that too, right? Right?
Huber were found to be from the same gun, but they just didn't have the gun.
Then police got a tip from a sex worker who'd been terrified by a disturbing request from a client.
He wanted to take her here to Wolf Lake, that he wanted to duct tape her. She would have no part of that, but her information was ultimately sent to the Chicago Police Department.
Based on her description, they realized that this particular man had been caught with an illegal gun not long before. They retrieved it and took it over to the forensics lab.
And lo and behold, the scientists at the crime lab were able to determine that that gun, to the exclusion of every gun in the world, was the gun that killed those 3 ladies.
But see, I'm into karate, like the Bruce Lee movement, right? Right. I'm not studying for violence. I'm studying for self-defense. Right. I know. I also don't go around thinking I gotta kick somebody's ass. Unless I'm playing WWE wrestler star, right? I know. And even then, I'm just trash talking to you like I seen on the TV. They're doing that too. Don't mean anything by it either. Well, like I said, when I get on the medications, I can do a little bit more, but I'm still in pain, right? But that's why I do it a certain way, and so I don't get addicted to it either. That's the problem most people deal with it.
Stop further irreversible joint damage and clear skin in many adults.
Humira can lower your ability to fight infections, serious and sometimes fatal infections, including tuberculosis.
Now, if someone's lying to you, and I'm having to call on God to save me from it, and it is, they're making you to be their whipping boy, right? And do their dirty work. I got this the 20th, so like I said, I take this for 7 days and then I quit, right? But then I'm going to use the gabapentin, which is less. But you can't throw it out there like I'm not being monitored by my doctors or you're a super lawyer of the year and try to change what's really going on. I know that. I got a right to appeal any case too. I know you do. If you fuck it up for me. Now that's the problem. It's not always one shot and that's all. Right? Though Ken says one call and that's all, but different people have different things they've been dealing with their whole life, right? And not all cases are the same. I know that. But someone's trying to use my case because it's so universally different, right? So weird, right? Even looking at my own x-rays, I'm kind of wondering what the fuck happened to me. I didn't know all that shit happened. That's why I'm showing you what the one says something different, right? That's the only place that could have happened to us at the vault, right? Which you just thought was a vault, which I just thought was a vault.
Mean. Chris Wallace is mean. The economy is mean. It keeps losing jobs, which is mean to me.
Welcome back. That was Alec Baldwin playing former President Donald Trump on SNL. Both men had been major social media players, but now Baldwin says he's taken a Twitter break, while Trump has been banned from it and 11 other platforms indefinitely. So, who is the man who silenced Trump from trending? Our Sloan Glass introduces you to the ruler of the Twitterverse, Jack Dorsey.
Okay. I don't know. You don't look like he's not mountain manish himself.
The most influential platform on the entire internet. This is not a question. It is where Trump announces who he's fired and hired. It's where Biden announces who is joining his cabinet.
The most influential platform was hatched by a small group of friends in 2006 in San Francisco. Among them, Evan Williams, Biz Stone, and Jack Dorsey. Of the
Like Mark Zuckerberg, I guess. I know. Type.
ability to survive tumultuous events. But his rise to Twitter fortune was born of luck as much as skill.
So Jack became an employee of Twitter by accident. He was trying to get a job, and he sent out his resume to a bunch of different places, including a shoe store. And the same resume went to the guy who...
But like I told you, we're all different. We're taught different things.
In his late 20s, Jack was crafting a unique persona unlike anyone else in Silicon
Not
Valley.
exactly the same, right?
Still trying to figure out who
Even then.
He had a nose ring and blue dreadlocks, and
Now, if you've seen The Matrix and things like that, like I said, my hair's a little unusual in certain areas, but it's still growing out, right? It's
On
not
March 21st,
going higher or lower.
Jack sent out the
I don't know what you're talking about. All right.
just setting up my Twitter, spelled then with no vowels. Twitter went viral upon its
Who else harasses someone, right? But even with the one I was confused about the most, which was Sheena Thompson, and what was going on with her, I don't know. Right? But like I told her, my shipmates were trying to make me gay with him, and I kept telling them no. Could they have done something to you? All I would do is send you Bible studies like any normal Christian anyway. I don't know what I'm supposed to do about it, but not trying to judge you in that. We were both Pentecostal. We did discuss that, right? But I was more the backslidden or prodigal son type. I was trying to tell y'all that too. Right? Do you not understand me? Or, on the date itself. Right? But I do remember about it, right? Because I'm trying to figure it out too. I don't know what I did wrong. No. I thought we were good. No. Until I quit receiving your letters, and even then, all I did was send you a few Bible studies, right? Now, I didn't really hear the voice, so we both got to Sicily, but then I mentioned that too, trying to offer you a marriage in Jerusalem if our ships went to Jerusalem, but I said, even if your ship's going to do another direction, don't worry about that. That was just a, thing we might could do, right? Though I think I mentioned that too, if both our ships happen to be going that way, after that thing happened twice in the same port, right? Now, if it doesn't, right, that was implied as well, that's okay too, we could get married somewhere else, right? Right? I mean, was that too crazy for you or too soon? Well, I do admit to fasting about it first. I think I told you that in the letters, I don't know. Well, I was showing you what our Pentecostal pastor was showing us, so I quit going out because of something different, but still, I considered it similar to what your dad had done to you, if you understand. Because see, a cult also tries to ostracize you from your family, like I said, right? And I was feeling it was kind of Jim Jonesy, but still trying to figure out, things with the pastors and stuff like that. Because when they showed me all that, they made me paranoid about the Persian Gulf War being World War III and all that, leading up to it, something like that. But then I remember Jesus said there'll be rumors of wars and all that, right? Meaning there could be wars till the day we die, and it don't mean anything. I don't know. Even if you're one or two witnesses, right? And you can't do nothing about crazy men who want to fight each other. They're going to do that. For whatever reasons they choose to, right? If people want to fight each other, they're going to find a reason. And I know that too, I know that too. I'm just trying to make you laugh at yourself a little bit. They'll also lift you up. Like someone's messing with me about my hair, so I said, "Why, are you going bald or something?" Well, let me tell you how that works. You get 2 recessive genes or 1 recessive gene, one gene like that, and trying to explain how it works. I don't know what you want me to say, right? It's not your fault. Also means you got a lot of testosterone there. It's not a bad thing. Some people do, some people don't. Some people have hair like Dick Clark, I guess, and then some people don't. What you want me to say? I don't know. And when you're in a bad situation with your shipmates and you get a medical, you take the medical. Especially if they're giving you bad evals and you know you might get another than honorable discharge, right? That's all I know to do. That's all I know to do. I wasn't trying to clinger it, but I think they were trying to clinger me out the Navy. If you understand. They were wanting to do something with me I didn't want to do. I know. I don't know if it's associated with that church, but that pastor was on 2020. Right, family? Y'all saw that, me mom. That's why I kept going out. I kept going out, too. Yes, I did. I started dating more. That's when I met the girl at Shay's party. We had sex. Say fuck, all that. Excuse me, but no. Didn't worry about all that religious hoopla. They're trying to force down my throat. We of all men are most miserable if you gotta live this way, though, Paul said, too, right? What does he mean by that? No. I know. Trying to control everything somebody does. Tell them do this, don't do that. Why is my liberty judge of another man, Paul says, too. I know that. You're not reading it right, then. You might be taking the judgment seriously, and you're not supposed to do that because you're not supposed to judge under condemnation, right? Condemnation does what to everybody? Kills you, right? But what did Jesus come to do? Condemn the world or save the world? Save the world. How? Through forgiveness. Through forgiveness of sins, right? But that's where you're confused, right? You don't know exactly what you're doing wrong, do you? Right? So I'm trying to straighten out here. Well, we don't know what we're doing wrong. Right. Nobody really does anymore. What are we telling the truth about? What are we lying about? What can we deal with? What can't we deal with? I know. Right.
City police officer, firefighter, and investigator turned personal protection expert for the last 20 years.
What kind of training and background do you need to really be at that top tier A-list level?
Most people that I work with, they're really, really trained because they're ex-military, police officers active, retired police officers. They have...
Okay. But, like I said, I'm still here.